Selecting the perfect hunting caliber is a rite of passage for any serious outdoorsman, but some choices are so bizarre, impractical, or flat-out foolish that they scream buyer beware. In this wild ride of a list, we're spotlighting 5 hunting calibers that only the most clueless or overly adventurous souls would dare add to their arsenal. Buckle up as we expose these head-scratching rounds that are more likely to collect dust than bring home the game. Number 5. 17. Winchester Super Magnum for long-range hunting. The .17. Winchester Super Magnum .17 WSM is often marketed as a high-velocity, flat-shooting round for long-range hunting, but it's a poor choice for most serious hunters. With a muzzle velocity exceeding 3,000 feet per second, it sounds impressive for small game or varmint hunting, but its lightweight bullets, typically 20 to 25 grains, lack the mass and energy needed for ethical kills on larger game like deer or coyotes beyond short ranges. The round's extreme velocity leads to rapid bullet expansion or fragmentation upon impact, resulting in shallow penetration and inadequate wound channels for anything bigger than a prairie dog. Recoil is minimal, but the trade-off is excessive barrel wear due to high pressures, reducing rifle longevity. Ammunition is pricey, often $1 to $2 per round, and availability is spotty, making it impractical for regular use. The .17 WSM's trajectory is flat, but wind drift is a major issue. Its light bullets get pushed off course easily, compromising accuracy in crosswinds common in open country hunting. For long-range work, calibers like the .243 Winchester or 6.5 Creedmoor offer superior ballistic coefficients and terminal performance. Hunters choosing .17 WSM for long-range tasks often overestimate its capabilities, leading to wounded game and ethical failures. It's a niche round, better suited for plinking or pest control than serious long-range hunting. Stick to more versatile calibers to avoid disappointment. Number 4.6mm Remington. Introduced in 1963, was once a darling for varmint and small game hunters, but its popularity has waned for good reason. Touted for its flat trajectory and moderate recoil, it fires 100-grain bullets at around 3,100 feet per second, suitable for deer-sized game at moderate ranges. However, its downsides make it a questionable choice today. The 6mm Remington suffers from limited ammunition availability, with fewer manufacturers producing loads compared to similar calibers like the .243 Winchester. This scarcity drives up costs and limits load variety, forcing hunters to settle for suboptimal bullet designs. Its ballistic performance, while decent, is outclassed by newer rounds like the 6.5 Creedmoor, which offers better long-range accuracy and energy retention. The 6mm light bullets struggle with wind drift, reducing precision in gusty conditions. For big game, its terminal performance is inconsistent. Heavier bullets lack the sectional density for deep penetration, often failing to deliver clean kills on larger deer or elk. Barrel life is also a concern, as the high-velocity round accelerates throat erosion in rifles. Reloading components are harder to find, and the caliber's niche status means fewer rifles are chambered for it. Hunters opting for 6mm Remington often face logistical headaches and underpowered performance compared to modern alternatives, making it a caliber best left to collectors. Number 3. 300 Blackout with subsonic loads for big game. The 300 Blackout with subsonic loads is a trendy but flawed choice for big game hunting. Designed for suppressed AR-15 platforms, it excels in tactical scenarios but falters in the field. Subsonic loads, typically 200 to 220 grain bullets at 1,000 to 1,100 feet per second, prioritize quiet operation over power, delivering energy comparable to a .45 ACP pistol round, roughly 400 to 500 foot-pounds at the muzzle. This is woefully inadequate for ethical kills on deer, hogs, or black bears beyond 50 yards, where energy drops further. The heavy, slow bullets follow a rainbow-like trajectory, making range estimation critical and long shots nearly impossible without significant holdover. Subsonic .30 Blackout also suffers from poor bullet expansion at low velocities, leading to shallow wounds and prolonged tracking. Ammunition is expensive, often exceeding $1.50 per round, and subsonic-specific loads are less common than supersonic ones, limiting options. While suppressors reduce noise, they don't compensate for the round's anemic terminal performance. Supersonic .300 Blackout fares better, but still lags behind calibers like the .308 Winchester for big game. Hunters choosing subsonic loads often prioritize stealth over effectiveness, risking inhumane kills. For big game, opt for calibers with proven stopping power and better ballistics to ensure clean harvests. Number 2. 6.8 SPC for deer hunting. The 6.8 SPC special purpose cartridge was developed to improve the AR-15's lethality for military use, but as a deer hunting round, it's a lackluster choice. Firing 110 to 120 grain bullets at 2,500 to 2,800 feet per second, it delivers about 1,500 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, sufficient for deer within 200 yards. However, its limitations are glaring. The 6.8 SPC's ballistic performance is mediocre, with a steep drop-off in velocity and energy beyond close ranges, making it unsuitable for longer shots common in open terrain. Its bullets, designed for rapid expansion, often lack the penetration needed for larger deer or tough hogs, especially if bone is hit. Ammunition is costly, 1 to 2 per round, and less widely available than mainstream calibers like .308 or .270 Winchester. The round's AR-15 compatibility is a selling point, but the platform's ergonomics and optic mounting can feel clunky for hunting compared to bolt-action rifles. Reloading is an option, but components are pricier and harder to source. The 6.8 SPC also faces stiff competition from newer AR-compatible rounds like the 6.5 Grendel, which offers better long-range ballistics. Hunters choosing 6.8 SPC often find themselves undergunned for larger game or frustrated by ammo scarcity, making it a caliber that sounds better on paper than in practice. Number 1. .223 Remington for big game. A popular varmint and predator round, but using it for big game is a recipe for disaster. With 55 to 77 grain bullets at 3,000 to 3,200 feet per second, it generates around 1,200 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, barely meeting the minimum for deer in some states. Its primary flaw is insufficient terminal performance. Lightweight bullets fragment or expand too quickly, failing to penetrate deeply enough for vital organ damage on deer, hogs, or bears. This leads to superficial wounds and lost game, raising ethical concerns. The round's high velocity produces a flat trajectory, but its light bullets are highly susceptible to wind drift, reducing accuracy past 150 yards. Ammunition is cheap and plentiful, but hunting-specific loads are limited, and heavier bullets sacrifice velocity, negating the round's strengths. Recoil is light, but that's little consolation when shots fail to anchor game. Some argue modern bullet designs improve its lethality, but even premium loads struggle against larger animals or angled shots. Compared to proven big game calibers like the .243 Winchester or .308, the .223 is outclassed in every way. Hunters choosing .223 for big game often underestimate its limitations, risking inhumane kills and legal issues in areas with caliber restrictions. Save it for coyotes and groundhogs.